Good evening. It is Tuesday, November 5th. Uh, you know, full day at work. I did hear from my dad for the first time in like 4.5 months, saying, hey, it's been forever. We want to get together next week. Next week is our birthdays. So it's like, yeah. Let him know how long it's been. And it's like, well, I'm free on your birthday. And if you need to do another day, let me know. So he's like, sure. So I don't know if that's sure that he's free on his birthday or sure that he'll let me know another day, but well, it's been a long time since I've seen him. I'll look forward to it. Anyways, otherwise today, the big thing is the new update to eHarmony, which which I've been using for a while. Let's see. I just search my own vlogs. Looks like probably April-ish. Probably around April. That's when I started this. And, thus far, no success. I've had people that I've had communication with for a while, but nothing so much as even meeting someone. So, it's not like I've had success from it. So I was hopeful with the idea of an update. I was hopeful that it wouldn't be garbage. And now they just updated it today. So maybe it's just not complete. And, that would normally be fine, except with the amount of money that they charge, really having any time of releasing an incomplete product when you're paying, or in my case, my mother was paying, so much for it. It seems crooked. Crooked to charge you money to use something that I gotta assume has to be incomplete. Let's look at some nice things. They've done some nice things. They've always had this thing like, what sports do you like? And they finally added none as an option. That's something that I have wanted the entire time I've used it. It's been one of the big things that I was like, they really should have none as an option, so I can say none. And so I was glad for that. Otherwise, there's little petty things I dislike. I had to re-upload all my images because the way that it converted them messed them all up. Because before, they were landscape, seeing as computer screens are landscape, and now they want to be portrait because phones are portrait, and they're assuming that you're using it on a phone. I, by the way, am not, so it annoys me. Also, I, being someone that, regularly does video, is very big on the landscape mindset as far as how I look at imagery. So not a big fan of that decision. They have a new personality profile that rates you on these colorful bars that supposedly mean things. And, maybe they have upgraded their matching criteria, and so I took their new profile. And actually, one of the things that I'm like, maybe it will get better is a lot of people haven't gotten on since they just updated it today and taken the new tests, the new quizzes, whatever things they want you to do. So, since people haven't done that yet, it hasn't gotten all of its algorithms up to date. However, one thing I notice is missing that they had before is previously there was like religious compatibility. That's gone now. Now the only thing I have is when I'm searching, I can say, require, Christian. But there's a big difference between someone that says, yes, I'm a Christian, I like to go to church on Easter and Christmas, and someone that has, a group of believers that they're, involved with, that helps build them up, and, in actively seeking their relationship and developing their relationship with God. There's a big difference between, oh yeah, well, my parents said I'm Christian, so I'm Christian, and I love Jesus. And now, you can find it. You just have to search through each person's profile, and, it's very clear. If they love Jesus, they're going to say they love Jesus. I love Jesus, I say on my profile a couple times, I love Jesus. I want someone that loves Jesus. But it's just not as convenient, because there's not, like, a algorithm design that helps filter that for you. Furthermore, they no longer do the whole here are your matches per day thing, which was unique sort of for them and interesting. Now they're just like, oh yeah, here's the pool of people, just look through it. Which, is, I guess, alright. Except before, when they'd give you matches, you could look at the matches, and you could hide the matches that you're like, this person is nothing like me. This person is someone that's really into, sports, and, is a health nut, and whatever things, that's not me. That's not something that's not the person I'm getting along with. That's not the person that I can just say, no interest. Except the site now says, no, you can't. You can't say no interest. You can tell us if you're interested in someone, but you just have to try to keep ignoring the people you're not interested of. There's no way to hide the matches that aren't good matches. You can look at it and be like, this isn't a good match. How do I hide it? No way. I mean, they gotta be adding that. And really, they gotta have that before they launch it. That is crucial for, we're gonna instantly give you, thousands of matches all at once. Okay, how do I start going through this? Nope. Anyways, I'm still hopeful. Maybe it's better. Maybe I'll eat my words and this will work out and I will find a wonderful woman who loves Jesus and is nerdy and I get to spend my life with, and you know what? That would be awesome. It hasn't necessarily worked on the way the site was functioning before. So maybe I'm just wrong. I've been wrong before, and you know what? I'll be wrong again. I'm human. It's what I do. But it feels worse. And after toying with it a little more, I found there is a way to remove matches that you're not interested in, which I'm happy to find. It's quite convoluted and not the easiest to access, not at all intuitive. So not a fan of the design for it, but it at least exists, and so that's one thing. I also found that they've changed the rules for pictures. You cannot have anyone else in the picture, which definitely removes some of the ones pictures I had before where I was laughing. It also is interesting because they didn't seem to have actually gone back to previous pictures that people haven't yet deleted. And reviewed those. So there are still lots of people that are breaking the rule. But I get that, I'd like to include some of the pictures, but there are some people that have only had pictures with other people and where it's hard to figure out whose profile you're even looking at. So it will remove that issue once it's actually, enforced. And again, that's just, half-baked, site not done. They're just billing you the whatever, $20, $30, however much a month for their platform to update to a non-finished website. Whatever. So yeah. And with the being able to remove profiles, I'm glad I found it. I'm not going to use it right away. Obviously, I want people to be able to update to the new stuff. Wouldn't want to miss out on someone because I was a bit too hasty. Yeah, I'm going to keep trying to use it. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the changes they did, but it's already paid for another several months, so might as well use it. Anyways, it's getting late. I'm headed to bed. Thank you for joining me. Join me as my journey continues.